In a Catholic school cafeteria, a nun places a note in front of a pile of apples, and it reads, "Only take one. God is watching you." Further down the line is a pile of cookies. Temba makes his own note. "Take all you want. God is only watching the apples." Good evening and welcome to Talk with Rams. It is Opportunity Tuesday, arguably the most favorite day of the show, for me at least, because I love what we do on this show. We start with somebody who needs a bit of plug for their business, and then we come up with an opportunity for you as a business person. We are on Talk with Rams live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much for choosing to join us, and thank you to those. We see the subscriptions are growing on YouTube. Please do the follows on Instagram and the likes on Facebook. They all count. In fact, they count more than people who ask for friends with me personally. That page means nothing to you guys. And that's why I don't accept those friendships. Please go to the Facebook page, Talk with Rams Live. That's where I'm more effective. My personal page is completely useless, filled with jokes and some complaints from time to time about people who don't wear masks. So let's go to the right pages and ask for friends there. Agir, yeah. So tonight I'm joined by a young person who started their own business called Mwari Pizza, Tshepiso, Sibisi, in Springs of all places, like almost in Mpumalanga, far away. Good evening, Tshepiso.
Good evening, Ramsey.
Likai.
No, thank you for having us. Thank you.
Well, first things first, congratulations. You know, the most difficult thing about starting a business is starting. It's not even running it. Starting it is the most difficult part.
That's very true. Very, very
true. When did you start?
We started in 2018, around in October 2018. At the time, things were extremely difficult. I can't say they're not really difficult right now, but I think they're worse off than they are now. So yeah, it was in my grandmother's garage, two of my other sisters, and we just decided to give it a go.
You're gonna have to tell me, to give it a go sounds so easy. How does somebody just start a pizza business? I mean, I don't even know how to make the bread that sits underneath all the things, the toppings. How do you start? Why do you start?
At the time, I mean, I was having so many challenges. I was in the construction industry. I had done a N6 in civil and building. So that was the career that I was busy with. And it was just on and off retrenchment. My mom had passed on. I have a younger brother, I have two siblings after me, and I have my own children. So things were very tough financially, and I had to move back home. So when we decided, when we felt that we cannot just sit, we cannot do just wait for things to happen. You have to kind of take charge and find solutions for yourself. We thought food, as I think most people do. But because I enjoy pizza, I really enjoy pizza, I thought, hey, why not give it a go? To be honest with you, I knew nothing about it. The YouTube and the internet were my saving grace, our saving grace. So we did a lot of, I wouldn't even say a lot of research. We just went on YouTube, checked a few videos, and we were like, Mos, okay, get it. And we went like 100 rand, and we went to go buy a few ingredients, and we had pizza.
And that's it. You started selling pizza.
I really wish there was more depth and thought and more inspiration.
Of course, I want that depth. but okay, it's fine.
But yes, I mean, that's what we did. There was just a lot of trial and error with it. Okay, so we just started giving away slices. We cleaned out the garage, and that's where we have been operating since then. So we're selling from my grandmother's house, from the garage.
So in 2008, you put together some small cents. You created one pizza, started testing it. It's been 2 years or so now. How many are you producing per day?
We're producing anything from about 15 on a slow day. And then maybe on a busy day, we're looking anything from 35 to 40 pizzas. It just depends on what time of the month it is. So
of course,
also
pizza month end depends. So tell me, the name Mwari, what is it about?
The name Mwari is it's an African deity. It's basically Kamagu, God. So we felt I felt it's actually Zimbabwean. It's a Shona name. It's a Shona name. So I have a close family that is in Toyando, which is quite close to Zimbabwe, and we just wanted an in distinctly African sounding name, look and feel, because as much as you know, there's so many pizza brands out there. We wanted to be intentionally African. We wanted to be intentionally from the township, and just fusing those two worlds. I feel that a lot of the times in the township, we run away from, or rather not really run away, but we don't really connect with that part of our identity, that we are African and and part of a larger community. So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted flavors that were uniquely African, township, just food that we eat as Black people, put on something that normally you wouldn't call African.
Well, you've almost answered the next question I was going to ask you, but I'm still going to ask it and you're free to repeat. There's lots of pizzas out there. There's pizza for every corner I turn. What would make your pizza unique or special? Why should I eat Mwari as opposed to somebody else's? And I'm not going to mention them by name because you are the only pizza that matters now.
We're African. We are us, and we represent what our people are and what they eat. So I think it's important that as young people, that we intentionally find things that look like us, that sound like us, because that's what the rest of the world is doing. Indians eat Indian food. Americans eat American food. So Africans should eat African food and should commercialize it and make money off of it. That's just what I believe in.
What are we talking about?
There's a joke where someone says, "Ulo reka pizza," and he calls home and he says, "Apeyang papa kitlalis sharp." So no, that's not what we are saying. That's not what we're saying. So
what are these typical ingredients we're talking about?
We're talking a pizza base with Italian sauce, but on top of it, we still have standard flavors that you would find in any other shop, maybe margarita, etc. But then there are unique tastes that we have. So for example, we have a pizza that has beef and it also has a topping ya acha. Then we have one where it has the toppings, it's still a pizza base, but it's got the toppings takoda, Russian, calamari. So we have a variety of flavors where a person, when they come in, they can still find something that they're used to, but also they can try it and be a bit more creative.
Wow, how do you market your business?
We use a lot of social media. The world is, everyone has a phone in their hand, and that's really the best way for us to be able to reach as many people as possible, especially because it's expensive to do it any other way. A lot of word of mouth. We do a lot of WhatsApp as well. That has done, that's helped us quite a lot. So a lot of social media. We do personal referrals, and then we also do quite a lot of calls to clients and customers, you know, to a lot of the customers that we have. So we build on the base that we have.
Brilliant. And how do you reach though? I mean, it's a garage, so do you deliver? Do people come to you? How do you work?
What we do, there's local taxis that operate already in the township. So we have agreements with certain drivers to do those deliveries for us. We're working in the process to be able to get a motorcycle, but we felt that we didn't want to really reinvent the wheel. So the taxi drivers are the ones who do the collections of the pizzas and they deliver to the clients. We swipe as well. People can pay online. So we try to be, as much as we're in the township, Regasi and all of that, but we try to be very futuristic, make it as convenient as possible for people to purchase the product.
Are you planning to franchise this at some point?
We have to. Our plan is to be in all 20 districts of Ekurhuleni. So for now, we are based in KwaThema, but we are already in talks and preparations to be in a second location, which is close to us in Tsakane. So we really want to dominate KwaTsaduza. So that's KwaThema, Tsakane, and Duduza. So that's where our market is. We have a lot of support from here. People have just been, you know, despite the challenges that we have, despite us not being fancy, they've continued to support us, and we're really grateful. So this is where we want to be based at for now.
So what are your handles? Where do they find you?
They can find us on all social media platforms. We've got a Facebook account at Mwari Pizza, Instagram at Mwari Pizza. On WhatsApp, our number is 067-262-0261. We have a landline number as well. So yeah, please communicate with us, send us messages. We're always here. We're willing to hear from you. But yeah, we'd like to see as many people as possible coming to the shop, meeting them, taking pictures. We really enjoy meeting people who enjoy the product as well.
Excellent. Have you heard of a Facebook page called Talk with Rams Live?
I am on the page with.
Oh, you are? Okay, I'll tell you what you do then. At the end of this interview, go on the timeline and post your adverts there. It's free. Use that space. There's 40,000 of people who are looking at that page all the time. Use the space to advertise your product.
Thank you so much. We are going to harass you. So you might have regretted saying that.
No, never. We'll never regret. That's what the platform is all about, Tshepiso. That's what we created it for. So wonderful, well done. And I'll tell you this on air, that I'm gonna try and connect you to somebody who's gonna help you with the franchising model, because I think you've just come up with something amazing. So I'm gonna connect you with somebody offline, and hopefully one day when we speak, you'll be a franchise of Mwari Pizza.
Yes, thank you so much, Rams. Thank you so much. These are the things that we need. I also want to thank you also for these platforms that you're creating. You don't understand how far they go, the reach that it reaches. So please continue supporting young people. We really need these sort of plugs, and may God continue to bless you. Thank you so much.
I've got a friend on the East End, in fact, in Guatemala, Father somebody. Why do I forget his name? He's a priest at the Catholic Church in Guatemala. When I go visit him, I'm going to stop over and buy your pizza. Then I'll give my own review.
Come. Oh my goodness, this would be amazing. Please, please.
I will do. Tshepiso, Sibisi, it's been wonderful chatting to you. Well done. And I know you're going to grow big and very big. Have a great evening further.
Have a great evening. Thank you, Rams. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.